it's Shavonta Arline with iLoveSettle.com, and today I want to talk to you about the difference between a hope and a wish. Now, whether in your personal life or your relationship life, you've probably found yourself at one point or another saying that you either hope or wish for something. And today I want to kind of talk about the difference between what a hope and a wish is. Sometimes we kind of think that those two words are synonymous, and they do have some similarities, but there are also some key distinguishing factors that I want to explore with you. Now, to begin, Dr. Henry Cloud is one of my favorite authors, and he writes amazing, life-changing books. And in one of his pieces that I recently read, he really breaks down the difference between a wish and a hope. And he says it like this. A wish is something that even though we may have a strong desire for, and the desire may be legitimate, it may make a lot of sense. A wish is very subjective, and it's very self-centered and one-sided. Whereas a hope is something that really doesn't have as much subjectivity, and it's also strongly based on some evidence that would suggest that whatever improvement is being desired, or whatever change is being desired or goal, there's actually some evidence that will support that this could actually happen. Now, in a situation where you may be in a relationship with someone, you could possibly be in a situation where maybe you argue with your significant other, which is something that, is normal in relationships. But in your situation, your partner, they may yell at you, or they may put you down a lot or belittle you, and it's something that you brought to their attention that you would like to change, so that your arguments could be situations that could actually help your relationship and help you to learn about the other person and grow, instead of something that tears you down. Now, in a situation where you are just wishing for improvement, you may go to your partner and tell them, listen, I don't really like it when you yell at me. It makes me feel bad. It makes me feel like you don't love me. When you talk down to me, and they may say, I'm going to do better. I'm going to stop doing this. I'm going to improve. But as time goes on, and you come to times where again you may argue and have disagreements, they're actually doing the same thing, and so there's no improvement. And what you desire is something that's just something that you really want, but there's really no evidence to suggest that that is actually going to happen. Now, in a situation that has hope, you have the arguments, they're yelling, they're putting you down, and you may go to your partner and express your feelings to them. And they may say, just like in the other scenario, they may say, well, I'm going to change, I'm going to stop doing this. But this time, in a hopeful situation, that person actually takes some steps to show you that they're trying to change. So, for example, they may, even in the middle of an argument, catch themselves when they feel like they're getting upset or angry, or they're getting to the point where they want to call you a name or put you down. And they may say, you know what, babe, I need to take a second to, a breather. I need to walk away for a second because I'm getting angry and I don't want to hurt you, and I don't want, us to have these conversations again where you're saying that I'm hurting you when we argue. Or they may be a little bit more proactive and tell you beforehand, what triggers you may be doing, that may be kind of exacerbating your poor communication skills. Or after an argument where they've gotten kind of loud or said some things that they shouldn't have, they may come to you and say how they prayed, or how they went and talked to someone that they trust, a mentor or someone that could help them learn how to communicate more effectively with you. Or they want to read a book or go to a seminar with you on effective communication. Those are things that people do when they're actually wanting to improve with you. And when you're in a relationship with someone, it's important to know and understand that you're in it with them together. So in order for it to be successful, in order for it to grow, it has to be a mutual interest and a mutual investment of time and energy for that thing to be successful, and for it to grow, and for it to be healthy. So in this situation, we can see the first situation, or the first scenario example, was just really a lot of wishing. But the second one actually displays some factors and indicators that this couple may actually grow. They may actually have hope in their relationship, and this problem that the one person is having about feeling, unloved and hurt and put down during arguments could actually change into something positive because the person that they're in the situation with is taking steps with them to improve it. So as you go about your week this week and thinking about your relationships and maybe even some personal situations that you may be in, take some time to think about whether or not you're hoping or wishing. Or even take some time to think about some of your past situations that you've been in that you may have had a desire for change or a desire for something to happen, and think about whether or not you were hoping and wishing, and what about that situation told you that it was a hope or a wish. So, thank you so much for your time, and we hope that you'll visit us on www.iwon'tsettle.com. Until next time, take care. Bye.